Hello everybody! Welcome to Dak Band Productions and welcome to Kinda Hey Rail. So basically this is a follow-up video for those of you who remember my train show haul from Allentown. Troy Green had asked me to look for this Conrail OCS car made by Lionel. So this is a theater car to add on to the Lionel Conrail OCS set. Now, I did have chances to buy that set when it first came out new, and I passed on it because basically I'm not really a passenger person. I like freight trains, although I am somebody who also does own a passenger set, but that's a special excursion train that really happened in my town from the central Jersey, so that's why I had that. But I would buy the Conrail OCS set if they made it in blue. Definitely would get that. But anyway, so this was the add-on car, the theater car. But anyway, so I'm going to get this out of the box, and we're going to talk about this car. Now, I'm not sure if anybody or any YouTube channel has talked about just this particular piece, the theater car, but the Conrail theater car, the real version, has a very interesting history, and I know people out there do like history behind things. I mean, some people, they just buy a train, it looks good, and they run it in, on their rails, and they don't care about history or if it's real or not. They just enjoy running it, and that's fine. But then there's other people who like to learn about, okay, is it real? And they want to learn about the history behind it. So, as you guys realize, I don't really review things. I'll just talk about the few features of this, and we're going to get into the history of this particular piece because it's cool. So this is, I think it's going to be well worth the watch. Alright, so let's get this on the track and let's go. So here we have the Lionel Conrail theater car, and this is a separate purchase for the Conrail OCS set that I mentioned. This is a 21-inch passenger car, and it is item number 6-84229. It features an onboard Wi-Fi camera, and it supposedly they say it will run on 054 curves, but I wouldn't recommend it. Features detailed interior LED lighting with super capacitors for flicker-free operation. Separately applied details on the underside and body. Flush fitting windows. Operating vestibule doors. Narrow or full width diaphragms per prototype. Die-cast operating climatic couplers, auto-adjust for close coupling on straightaways and wider coupling on curves. Scale coupler mounting pads. Die-cast metal sprung trucks. Okay, so there's your features. The real Conrail number 9 started its career in 1954 and was built by Pullman Standard for Canadian National Railway. According to documentation, the car was originally built as a dinette car 428 class DLC-82-A. Number 428 served primarily as a supplement to full dining cars on trains like the Supercontinental, Ocean Limited, and the Scotian, as well as meal service car on secondary trains like the Maple Leaf, and then it was conveyed to the Via Rail in 1977, where it was used as a versatile food service car well into the 1980s. Conrail documentation also states that Conrail bought this car in 1982 and renumbered it to CR23 just for the purpose of clearing U.S. Customs. The talented Conrail Reading passenger car shops converted the car to theater track inspection car numbered Conrail number 9. It was released for service in March of 1985. The Conrail number 9 officially joined the office car special fleet, and its fame was secured, bringing up the markers on Conrail business car movements until the Conrail takeover in 1999. Conrail number 9 featured two large engines on the underbody, simply labeled engine number 1 and engine number 2, that powered not only Conrail 9, but also another car connected to it. It was most commonly coupled to Conrail Conference Car 12, but also could be found coupled to other Conrail office cars like Conrail 8 and Conrail 10. With two large engines capable of powering itself in another car, this required two fuel tanks located directly behind the engines. Other underbody equipment included air compressors, engine refrigeration, water fill, propane tanks for the kitchen, treatment tanks, and an air conditioner. Conrail number 9 also had two small service doors for loading food and supplies. On the hallway side, the service door can be seen in front of the gold Conrail logo and across from the kitchen door. On the kitchen side, the service door was in the kitchen between the charbroil and freezer. The large picture window on the end of the car was tinted at some point in time on Conrail. Normal operation for the large window to face the rear of the train. When Conrail number 9's large window was coupled facing forward near one of the E8s, a large roll-down metal gate was lowered to protect the glass from any debris that might get kicked up. On the inside theater seating area near the large window, there was a control panel on the kitchen side of the car that featured a radio for talking to the head end, an emergency brake valve, light controls for 3 sets of exterior lights, 2 red FRA approved translight markers, 2 upper floodlights, and 2 lower headlights with 2 bulbs each. And there was a button to blow the horn. The Conrail number 9 did indeed have a horn. Conrail number 9's theater seats also featured fold-down trays for the riders to place their trip booklets and other various things. Above the picture window, like many other office cars, there were gauges for outside temperature, a Boston clock, speedometer, brake pipe pressure gauge, and inside temperature gauge. These were illustrated from hanging lights. Other interiors featured arrangeable dining tables, cabinetry with constant flow of coffee, juice, and a small sink. Conrail number 9 had a full-service stainless steel kitchen and restroom. After Conrail was split between CSX and Norfolk Southern, Conrail number 9 went to the CSX Transportation and was quickly painted in the CSX YN2 colors. Then it was given the name Massachusetts. After the CSX business cars were repainted into YN3 colors, the car lost its northeastern name and was renamed Alabama. CSX made some updates to the roll-up door and roof around 2008 and 2009. CSX also seems to have updated the interior in the last few years. In 2020, the entire CSX business train underwent a transformation, sporting a paint scheme inspired by iconic colors of the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. By September 2020, the former Conrail number 9 was repainted and renamed as the W. Thomas Rice, in honor of W. Thomas Rice, a pivotal railroad executive. So there's your history behind this car. I find it really fascinating. This does have as I mentioned, a Wi-Fi camera. So it is on the theater end of it. You can see that black round circle. That's your camera. And you can tie that into your phone. Okay, so I have the lights turned on. And there's no passengers or people inside the car, as you can see. But the lights on the rear that I had mentioned do work. There you go. That's super cool. So yeah, it does have working lights. I don't know if Lionel actually, I don't think they did. So there's no sound on this car, so sadly you won't get the horn sound like the real version had. But that's okay. But it's a cool car. It's still a cool car to add to the collection. And I'm not going to run this because this is not mine. So I'm just happy that Troy allowed me to go through the history of it and show you guys some of the features. And, you know, and I'm sure there's other YouTube channels that talk more about the features and how to use the Wi-Fi camera and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that on this video. I just wanted to concentrate on the historical part. But anyway, thanks for watching another Dakman Productions video. We'll catch you at another train show, another event, or trackside. Goodbye.